Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Midday. Happy Thursday to you. We know it's been rough here dealing with the coronavirus, but we want to begin this midday with some good news out of China. China reporting now that no new cases of COVID-19. This is the first time since that outbreak began. It is down from 1,000 cases reporting every day last month. So now no new cases in China. Certainly great news there. All right, free testing for the coronavirus finally underway in Houston. We should note people experiencing fevers are the only ones allowed to show up there. This is happening at the United Methodist Center in North Houston. ABC 13 reporter Jeff Ealing has been there since the rush began earlier this morning. And Jeff, some interesting things that you have witnessed, right?
Hello, Art. Things going pretty well here at this free testing location. Testing started about 10:30 this morning, but we did have a bit of a scare that I want to bring to your attention. One of the first people in line was a woman in a red pickup truck. Instead of swabbing her and testing her, officials here noticed that she appeared to be suffering from at least a couple of the symptoms of coronavirus. She was sweating, she had a fever, and apparently difficulty breathing. So she was asked to isolate herself in her vehicle at the edge of the parking lot, and she was given personal protective gear to put on, including a full face shield. Once that woman put on that protective gear and that face shield, only then did a staff of medical officials come over and start to talk with her, and they brought out a gurney. They put her on that gurney. They then wheeled that gurney into the hospital. We're told she's been taken to an isolation unit where she can be monitored. Now, we do not know if she has COVID-19 coronavirus or if she's got some other underlying health issue, but we can tell you that they were taking absolutely no chances in dealing with that woman. And again, we have been out here since before 4 o'clock this morning, and she was one of the very first people lined up to get tested. And we're told that some people had actually tried to go over and speak with her, and she had even waved them off. She knew that she was not doing very well. But I want to go ahead and show you what's happening here live. Very orderly, very calm. We're told there are about 2,000 test kits here, enough to test about 2,000 people. And this is all, again, done inside your vehicle. You are not going to leave your car. You see right there, that video right there, that person is sort of evaluating the person that is in the car, asking them some very specific questions about how they feel. And the number one thing they're asking, do you have a fever? If you have a fever, you're going to be tested. And that, of course, is the next step in line is the registration process here, where people are going to come. They're going to give everybody here their name, their phone number, personal information, that sort of stuff, so they can be contacted, because after they go from that second test, they're then going to go to the third test. And then there are 2 lines out here doing this, so it is moving quite quickly. But this third test, that is where the nasal swab is being administered to determine then later on if you in fact are infected. It's going to take anywhere from 4 to 24 hours for that result to come back. So that's why they're going to let people just drive off and then call them once those results come in. Again, about 2,000 test kits here today. Once they run out, they run out, but they do hope to have at least another 1,500 here tomorrow. Again, this is a process that's supposed to happen today, tomorrow, and then again every day next week. So a lot of people obviously very, very interested in coming out here and getting tested. There were at least 500 cars in line at one point. That line may have grown. It just wrapped around the building all the way down the street and took a left-hand turn and went all the way up down by the interstate. So it's about 1.5 miles at least long that line is right now. Now, we did speak a few moments ago with state officials, with local officials, and they gave us a bit of an idea of how this came together and why it was important to put this together and to have free testing for the general public.
We have now Good Samaritans who have gotten a test, who committed to testing, and will do the work and work as hard as they can.
As you can see, there's a tremendous need for testing, because that is the only way to give us some indication of what we are dealing with in the communities.
Is to test people regardless of insurance status, whether they have insurance, they don't have insurance. Testing people that have symptoms suggestive of COVID-19. Once you come to see us, you will go through a brief screening. If we believe that you need to be tested, then you will go through a registration department and then have a very easy nasal swab test that takes a couple of minutes to do.
we're going to continue to let you watch this screening as I let you know a little bit about what else Sheila Jackson Lee was talking about, the Congresswoman, when she was here giving her press conference. She mentioned how there needs to be a national effort, almost like a wartime effort, to get enough test kits, to get enough personal protection equipment, to get enough stuff together as a nation where everybody can get tested who needs to be tested and who wants to be tested, because until we do that, we're not really going to know the scope of the infection in the United States, certainly not in our area. We do know that there are more test kits coming for this particular location. We know that there are test kits coming for the city of Houston, for Harris County, and also some test kits that are going to be distributed to the state of Texas and then will be distributed out from there. The problem, of course, is getting enough in hand to do these tests right now. And I know so many people want to know their personal status. Are they sick and not showing it? Could they possibly be giving this coronavirus to their family, their loved ones, their friends? You know, there's an agony here for some people who really, really want to get tested. But again, if you're coming down here, you have to be showing symptoms, and that's what they're going to be doing when they talk about screening and evaluation, going over it. How are you feeling? Do you have a fever? That's the number one main thing they are looking at. And you know, again, the process here, I got to tell you, it is going very, very smoothly, very well organized. HPD keeping things very much underhand and in order. Plenty of officers out here to regulate traffic. And once they get through the 2,000 kits today, again, they may have to stop if they get to that point. But again, more test kits on the way starting Friday. So this is going to be a long process. People have been in line for several hours, but as soon as they can get you in here and get you tested, that is what they're going to do. And again, it'll take anywhere from 4 to 24 hours to get your results back. Reporting live, Jeff Ealing, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
All right, terrific information. Thank you, Jeff. Appreciate it. Now let's take a look at the number of the COVID-19 cases here in the Houston area, surrounding counties. We have just learned that the 19th case in Harris County has just come up. We have a total of 63 now in Houston and the surrounding metropolitan area, the counties of Grimes, Montgomery, Harris, Galveston, Fort Bend, Matagorda as well. All right, we have also learned about that new case during an update from Harris County officials earlier this morning. They also stressed the importance of staying home. That's the word we've received from all health officials. ABC 13 reporter Charlie Etzedy was there at that news conference. Now live at Houston TransStar with more. Charlie?
Yes, we've learned another confirmed case has happened here in Harris County. That brings the total right now to 19 cases. And we also have new details about the case involving a worker from the Port of Houston. That employee who tested positive is a truck driver. And right now, 2 of the 8 terminals at the port are shut down as an investigation is conducted to determine if this person may have come into contact with more people, therefore spreading the virus. Now, the port director says they're currently working to continue to move traffic through the port as best they can despite those 2 closures. And we also heard about some concerns coming from Katy about a drive-through testing facility that is being constructed in that area right now. Now, it will be at Legacy Stadium. This location is not open yet, so it's very important that nobody from the public go over there yet. But residents in Katy are worried that the virus is going to begin spreading in their community when that facility opens up. Now, Dr. Shaw with the Harris County Health Department had this to say when asked about whether the possibility is there of this spreading in the Katy area.
They're designed to be triaged, that you get an authorization to be able to go there. And once you go there, it's really by vehicle. And so anybody that's in the surrounding area should not have concerns of individuals coming through, because again, they would be just as you would have anywhere else in the community, somebody in a car, a vehicle who would be coming through, getting the specimen collection done, and then going on their way. So I just wanted to reemphasize that the risk to the community around these specimen collection sites is not there.
And right now we know that 4 drive-through testing sites in total will be built here in Houston and Harris County. The first one off of Tidwell opened up this morning at 10 o'clock. And it's important for people to understand that if you show up there to get tested and you do not have a temperature, you will not be given a test. In Houston, Charlie Etzedy, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
All right, thank you, Charlie. Now, here at home, Texas Southern University announcing today it's canceling spring commencement ceremonies. It's also telling students who live on campus not to return from their spring break destinations. Those on campus right now should plan to move out of their dorms by the end of the month. The Surgeon General says young people need to take the pandemic more seriously. You have seen the pictures, no doubt. Some of these right here, just people partying, young adults and teenagers spending their spring break partying on the beaches in Florida and elsewhere, ignoring social distancing rules. This amid a report that younger people, not just the elderly, are being hospitalized with COVID-19 at an alarming rate. Surgeon General Dr. Jerome Davis talked to GMA. He's calling on celebrities to encourage the country's youth to take the pandemic much more seriously.
You and I talked about this earlier this week, was get our influencers, Kevin Durant, Donovan Mitchell. We need to get Kylie Jenner. We need to get our social media influencers out there and helping folks understand that, look, this is serious. This is absolutely serious. People are dying.
By the way, only recently, I believe today, earlier this morning, Fort Lauderdale as well as Miami have shut down those beaches, trying to clear all those students out of there. Dr. Adams reminded us that the two best things you can do to stop the spread of the virus is to hand wash and social distancing, keeping that 6 or 7 feet between you and someone else. All right, to local news now. Other news going on in the area. An off-duty officer was hurt while working traffic duty at a construction zone. That officer was clipped by a mirror of another passing vehicle, causing him to lose balance, fall inside a 2-foot deep hole. Witnesses say the officer appeared to be in good spirits as he went to the hospital. Okay, it is officially a two-man race for the Democratic presidential nomination. Hawaii Congresswoman Tulsi Gabbard just announced that she is ending her campaign. She has no delegates, really no chance of winning anything here. She said Tuesday's primary results, in which Joe Biden swept 3 states, made it clear who voters want here. Joe Biden, the clear victor so far in the primary races, the person with the most delegates. All right, people doing what they can to help others smile during the coronavirus pandemic. Take a look. Country singer Brad Paisley and his wife, actress Kimberly, created what's called The Store in Nashville. It provides free food to people in need. Volunteers are now delivering free groceries to seniors. What an awesome thing there. Others don't want to be recognized, like this man right here, dressed as Mr. Incredible. He went around his Colorado neighborhood delivering roses. No one quite knows who he is, but he's still giving them out. That's a nice thing. And a bakery in Delaware, making people laugh with these toilet paper cakes. You see them? It kind of looks like toilet paper. Don't rob the bakery store there. It's actually a yellow cake with white icing. They come with a sign that reads, "Buy a square, you can share." The cakes are selling out. But our favorite look on the Brightside moment comes to us from a family in Spring. Instead of being sad about their canceled trip to Disney, the Yearns recreated all of the fun moments of the Orlando Music Park from their neighborhood. They posted this video with all the caption there. The park may be closed, but the coronavirus can't steal our Disney joy. They had shared a lot of it right there in the confines of their own home. What a nice thing to do. All right, I hope you're doing well. Stay healthy, stay strong, and be aware. That's the most important thing, but certainly we don't want to panic. That's our update for now. Thanks for joining us. Anytime you need more information on COVID-19, the pandemic, you can always head to ABC13.com. We'll be back here tomorrow, same time, same place. See you then.